Ladies and gentlemen, 3 reasons have emerged as to why Moses Kuria officially resigned from William Ruto's government as Ruto's senior economic advisor. Moses Kuria posted this on his social media pages. This evening, I met my boss and my friend, President William Ruto. The president has graciously accepted my decision to resign from the government. I thank President William Ruto for having given me an opportunity to serve as the Cabinet Secretary for Investment, Trade and Industry for 11 months. Public Service, Delivery and Performance Management for 9 months, and also as the Senior Economic Advisor for the last 10 months. As I move on to pursue personal interest, I am proud of the work the President and I did to implement the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, in which I designed together with the President as our 2022 electoral platform. Long live Kenya. That is Moses Kuria's official statement. So the first reason as to why Moses Kuria officially resigned from Ruto's government, I want you to watch this video here. This is Rigathi Gachagua explaining how Moses Kuria was being frustrated in Ruto's government as Ruto's senior economic advisor for the last 10 months. So the first reason, it is because Moses Kuria was being frustrated in Ruto's government. Watch and listen very keenly to what Rigathi Gachagua is talking about in this video here.
Bright leaders from the Mount Kenya region. And today he's in problems. When Moses Kuria was Minister for Trade, he is the one who started the county aggregation and industrial parks. A brilliant idea. Since they removed him from there, that project is stuck. And when I asked President why he's sacking him, he said that he's a thief. You know? So today I'm wondering, I have seen Moses Kuria is being auctioned. If Moses Kuria had stolen anything from anybody, how come he has nothing? He has no money to pay his debts, you know? And I knew, you know, the issues that took place in Kenya National Trading Corporation, KNTC. The procurement was done in State House. And when they brought edible oil and rice and there was a scandal, they wanted to push it to Moses Kuria and another lady called Pamela who has been taken to court. And they have used this thing to intimidate Moses Kuria, that they can open, trumped up charges against him. But I really want to ask a question. I was asking myself, if the way the president told me he removed Moses Kuria as minister because he was corrupt, how come today that Moses Kuria, today the court allowed these things to be auctioned? If he had money he had stolen from the ministry, he would be able to pay his debts. Again, the president did not want any leader from the mountain who has a brain, who is principled, and who can do anything. That is why he got rid of Rigathi Gachagua, Moses Kuria, Methekali Nturi, Justin Muturi.
But you're talking about Moses Kuria, who's the economic advisor to the president.
I am saying you cannot remove.
So he's not getting rid of.
You cannot get a man as minister and make him an advisor. That is a joke. You know, it's like chasing away a wife and making him a maid in your house. You know, it's very disrespectful.
Okay.
But I want to say,
yes,
Moses Kuria, you cannot replace Moses Kuria with William Kabogo. It's an insult to the people of Kiambu and the people of the mountain. Moses Kuria is a brilliant mind, and I can tell you this idea of pipes that Moses Kuria came up with. Had the president allowed him to stay as minister for investment, trade and industry, today those things will be working and will not be having the situation we are having with avocado, with carrots, with potatoes. Yeah, But because he's a brilliant mind, yeah, he had to be edged out and given some peripheral job there who advised me on this and that. And Moses Kuria cannot advise William Ruto. William Ruto takes no advice. William Ruto advises William Ruto. When you hear that you are presidential advisor, you just get a salary and know what to do. He cannot listen to any advice from anybody.
That is the first reason. The second reason, Moses Kuria resigned from Ruto's government as Ruto's senior economic advisor because Moses Kuria is officially joining Uhuru Kenyatta's Jubilee Party. Moses Kuria is joining Uhuru Kenyatta's Jubilee Party for him to run for the Kiambu County gubernatorial seat in the 2027 elections. Moses Kuria officially reconciled with the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta. Let me read for you this particular statement here from Moses Kuria. He says, "My good friend, Rigathi Gachagua, yourself, Ichung'wah, Ndindi Nyoro, Cecile Mbarire, Mithika Linturi, and myself lied to the Kikuyus to abandon Uhuru Kenyatta in the previous 2022 elections." There's no need even for me to proceed with that entire statement. From that statement there that I've just read, you can clearly see that Moses Kuria is already regretting for abandoning Uhuru Kenyatta to support William Ruto in the previous 2022 general elections. And he's saying that he was among the leaders from the Mount Kenya region who lied to the Kikuyus to abandon Uhuru. So they lied. So Moses Kuria knows that they lied to the Kikuyus to abandon Uhuru for William Ruto. Already, Moses Kuria is regretting. That is why he is joining back to the Jubilee Party for Uhuru Kenyatta to support, for seeking Uhuru Kenyatta's support. So Moses Kuria's political future ahead of the 2027 elections, it is with the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta. It is not Moses Kuria alone. There are very many leaders from the Mount Kenya region who will go back and join Uhuru Kenyatta, including Honorable Ndindi Nyoro. And I've always talked about this issue. Ndindi Nyoro will join Jubilee Party ahead of the 2027 elections. He will not use UDA again. And you can see from these leaders, Moses Kuria, also Ndindi Nyoro, they have totally refused to join Rigathi Gachagua. They cannot join DCP, Rigathi Gachagua's DCP party. They are going back to Uhuru Kenyatta's Jubilee Party. And right now, Uhuru Kenyatta is the official Jubilee Party leader after the court ruling. You can see. And there's this photo here. I want you to have a look at this photo. This is Moses Kuria posted this photo here of him and Uhuru Kenyatta in the Jubilee Party. So he reconciled with Uhuru and is going to work with Uhuru Kenyatta ahead of the 2027 elections. That is why Moses Kuria officially resigned from Ruto's government. And finally, Moses Kuria has officially resigned from Ruto's government as Ruto's senior economic advisor because he was forced to resign because of the political disloyalty. Let me tell you this, and I want you to listen to me very keenly here. There is no way Moses Kuria can still serve in William Ruto's government as Ruto's senior economic advisor, while on the other side, Moses Kuria is associating with the former head of state, Uhuru Kenyatta. Because Uhuru is William Ruto's political competitor. So Moses Kuria was being disloyal to William Ruto. Loyalty is the key when it comes to politics. And you must declare your official stand. It is either you are with Uhuru or you are with William Ruto. And Moses Kuria, instead of being fired by William Ruto, he decided, okay, let me just resign. and he decided to hand over all the instruments to William Ruto because he was being disloyal to Ruto. That is how Moses Kuria decided to officially resign from Ruto's government. But the biggest question here is, do you really think that Moses Kuria is making the right political decision ahead of the 2027 elections? Do you really think that Moses Kuria will survive in politics without the support of William Ruto? That is the biggest question. Is he making the right decision? Will Uhuru Kenyatta rescue Moses Kuria's political career ahead of the 2027 elections? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to know your opinion. Just comment down below. I'll go through the comments. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more political updates like this one and the latest political analysis. My name is Jason, and of course, you have been listening to Jason Vibes Radio political channel. See you in my next video analysis. Bye-bye.